New UK driving rules for over 70s. Start November 2025. What you must know now. UK drivers over 70 shocked. New 2025 DVLA rules. Could end your license and independence forever. Imagine waking up one morning to discover your driving license is no longer valid. Not because you broke the law, but because new hidden rules quietly took effect. Across the UK, thousands of older drivers are about to face a wave of changes that could reshape their independence forever. From surprise medical checks to digital surveillance and secret insurance traps, the November 2025 DVLA update is rewriting the rules of the road. And if you're over 70, your freedom could depend on knowing what's coming next. Before starting the video, seniors, please, my request to you is to subscribe to my channel, like it, share the channel as much as possible, and send my channel link to your retired and pensioner brothers so that they also subscribe to my channel and support me. Please, I need your support very much. Please, seniors, subscribe to my channel. I promise all my senior brothers and sisters and pensioner brothers and sisters, and especially my retired brothers, that you will always get true news on my channel. In the end, I want to say a heartfelt thank you for your support. The world around us is shifting faster than ever before, and even the roads we drive on are no exception. Technology, safety standards, and government policies are all evolving. And if you're over the age of 70 and living in the United Kingdom, those changes are about to hit closer to home. Beginning in November 2025, the UK government, in partnership with the DVLA, is rolling out a new set of driving regulations designed specifically for senior motorists. These updates will affect how older drivers maintain their licenses, prove their fitness to drive, and even how they're insured. But while officials insist this is about safety and modernization, many pensioners are beginning to worry that it's the start of something much bigger and possibly unfair. Now, this isn't a punishment. It's being presented as a move to protect lives and make the roads safer for everyone. But the truth is, these new measures might catch thousands of senior drivers completely off guard. Whether you've been driving confidently for decades or you're starting to consider giving up your license, this information could make the difference between staying mobile or being forced to hang up your keys. So what exactly is changing? Why now? And what steps do drivers over 70 need to take to stay legally on the road? Let's walk through everything together. From the new renewal process and mandatory health checks to the hidden insurance policies that could cost you more than you think. As of November 2025, every driver age 70 and over will be required to meet a revised set of legal obligations to keep their license valid. The DVLA is shifting away from traditional paper renewals and moving toward a fully digital system. Drivers will need to renew online every 3 years, completing a detailed self-declaration about their medical health and vision. But that's not all. New mandatory health assessments are being introduced, including reaction time and eyesight verification. The days of ticking a box and sending a form are over. There will also be new digital driving profiles, allowing insurers and the DVLA to share information about your health and driving history. One of the most controversial parts of this reform is the introduction of a flagging system, a digital alert that can be added to a driver's record if a general practitioner, optician, or even a family member reports a possible health concern. That could mean your license gets suspended while you wait for review, even before you're officially tested. For thousands of pensioners who depend on their vehicles for independence, appointments, and social life, this could feel like a sudden and unjust restriction. The government argues that the policy is backed by statistics. According to the Department for Transport, while drivers over 70 tend to cause fewer accidents than younger motorists, the severity of injuries in those accidents is often much greater. Fragility, slower reaction times, and declining vision are cited as the main concerns. Officials say this is about protection, not punishment. But critics aren't convinced. They see this as a veiled form of age discrimination, a step that places older drivers under disproportionate scrutiny despite their long history of safe driving. The reality is, Britain's population is aging. There are now more drivers in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s than ever before. At the same time, modern vehicles are increasingly dependent on digital touchscreens, automation systems, and complex technology, all of which can be challenging for some older users to navigate. Add to that the growing influence of insurance companies demanding greater accountability, and you have a perfect storm of regulation that seems to focus more on age than actual ability. So how will this all work in practice? Once you reach your 70th birthday, your driving license will no longer renew automatically. You'll need to apply through the DVLA's new online platform, complete a digital medical declaration, and confirm your vision through an optician or an approved testing center. In some cases, your GP's signature may be strongly encouraged, even if not fully mandatory. If you fail to complete these steps, your license will automatically expire, and the DVLA won't send paper reminders anymore, meaning it's entirely your responsibility to keep track. Miss the deadline by even a few days, and not only will your license be invalid, but your car insurance will also be void. You could face fines, points, or worse. Real stories are already emerging. James, 74, missed his renewal notice after moving house and didn't realize his license had expired until he was pulled over. Because his insurance was automatically invalid, he faced a £1,000 fine and higher premiums. Eileen, 78, lost her license for 6 months after her GP reported a minor fall at home, despite never having caused an accident. And Malcolm, 82, gave up his license voluntarily after a small fender bender, unaware he could have applied for a restricted or medically reviewed license instead. These aren't isolated cases. They're early warnings of what's to come. So what can you do to stay safe, legal, and independent? The answer is to be proactive. Mark your license renewal date clearly on your calendar. Book annual eye tests and keep written proof. Speak to your GP honestly about your health. Don't wait until there's a problem. Download the DVLA app or register for email reminders to stay ahead of deadlines. Consider taking a voluntary driving assessment to boost your confidence and demonstrate your capability. Most importantly, remember that asking for help doesn't mean giving up control. There are organizations like Age UK, local councils, and even motoring charities that offer free or low-cost support to senior drivers. But the story doesn't end with the DVLA. Insurance companies are now playing a major role. From November 2025, insurers will have greater access to medical data, and older policyholders may face higher premiums if they fail to disclose health issues. Even something as minor as not updating a medication list could be used to deny coverage in the event of an accident. If your license lapses, even by a single day, your insurance becomes invalid instantly. A recent study revealed that nearly a third of drivers over 70 didn't realize missing a renewal could void their insurance altogether. These are the hidden traps that can easily turn a small oversight into a financial nightmare. Of course, not everyone agrees with the new direction. Many senior drivers argue they're far safer, more cautious, and more experienced than the younger generation glued to their phones behind the wheel. They see this as a blanket policy that punishes responsible drivers simply for aging. Others believe that modernization is inevitable and that health monitoring and digital systems are necessary for the next era of road safety. Whichever side you fall on, one thing is clear. The debate is only beginning. Future proposals may include age-based driving hours, motorway restrictions, or even black box tracking for older motorists. That's why it's more important than ever to make your voice heard. Contact your MP, join consultations, and speak out before these measures become the new normal. At the end of the day, driving has always been more than just transportation. For many, it represents freedom, dignity, and independence. The ability to visit family, run errands, and live life on your own terms. The upcoming DVLA changes may feel intimidating, but with the right preparation, you can stay in control, renew on time, stay honest about your health, and make use of every tool available to you. The road ahead may be changing, but it doesn't mean your journey has to end. So, to every older driver out there, you've spent decades mastering the road, caring for loved ones, and contributing to your communities. Don't let bureaucracy take that away from you. Stay informed, stay proactive, and stay independent. And if you found this information helpful, please share it. Someone close to you might need it even more than you do.